Hey, welcome to your Pick a Card spread reading. This is asking the question, what does my partner like about me? Or what are they attracted to, body-wise, face-wise, how you sound? What is it that they find attractive? And also some cards here to look at what would they say to you if they could say anything. If they just felt free enough to say whatever they wanted, what would they say? So I've pulled some cards for three groups. We've got the flower, the crystal as per usual, and the bell as per usual. So yes, take some time to find that quiet space within, and whichever deck comes to mind the most as you think about each one, that's the one that you should go with. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. Okay, so you've got the flower, we've got the Lover's card, and the Queen of Pentacles, the Moon card, the Nine of Wands, and the Hermit card. Okay, so they like that you're quite introspective. Ultimately, they like the fact that you are wise. Maybe if there's an age difference, they like the fact that you have more experience or more knowledge than them. They feel like you can teach them something. You maybe ground them as well. They find you very grounding, and they see that you're someone who's very focused and has a clear direction for where you're going in life, what your values are. You're quite a sturdy, reliable person who they maybe is actually kind of predictable. On a soul level, this is the attraction. They actually feel quite at ease knowing that you're so reliable, that you're so intelligent, that you're so wise, and that you are a person of good virtue. You have good standards. You've got a good sense of morality. And you see things for what they are. Interestingly enough, we've got the Moon card for what they like in terms of how you speak. So again, maybe you're some sort of person, like you're a psychologist, or you're someone that's really good at kind of understanding the psyche and the shadows within us and our blind spots. Like you're quite insightful. And the things that you say, I think they find them to be quite moving. You touch a very deep part of them. And in fact, they may very well feel like being with you makes them feel like they're on the right path, makes them feel like they're doing the right thing. Deep emotional energies are here as well. But this is more pertaining to, what they like in terms of what you say and how you say it, how you communicate. They find it to be quite poetic, quite creative, different, mind-provoking or thought-provoking, and very deep. You take them to a very deep part within themselves. And in terms of their attraction, physically, they like the fact that you maybe have nice legs, strong legs, like a nice bum. They like your strength. They love your legs and your bum or your bottom, or however you want to call it. Your derriere. They like that. And that basically you just look strong, like you just look physically fit, like you that I don't know if you work out or you do self-defense, or you just got a body that is resilient, and they like that. They like the fact that you have that. It could also be as well that with the mention of the round derriere, that they actually like your curves. Maybe you stand quite strong, like you have some weight to you, so this makes you look very sturdy and strong and stout and unshakable. But again, they see you as maybe even a protector type person. You may be taller than them, like they like your dominance, the way you stand, they like that. that you maybe even also tower above people. So maybe it's your height as well. You could also be a Sagittarius rising as well. That could also be another way to look at this. So if they could say whatever they wanted without fear of the consequences, we've got the Queen of Pentacles and the Lovers card. So this is someone saying, well, actually, you know what, I really would love to be your wife. Or I would love you to be my wife. I would love us to have a home. With the Queen of Pentacles here, I want something long term. I want us to have babies. The Queen of Pentacles is about home and family, babies, those kind of things. I think that they're saying here, if they can have it their way, they would ask you for a long-term commitment. Especially with the Lovers card here. They'd want to make a decision for it to just be you and them, and be a committed relationship with lots of great sex and babies, maybe. Yeah, they'd want a commitment here. They'd want something long term. They want to talk about the future and marriage as well, to an extent. They could very well see you as being a very balanced person as well. And I think they like that you're able to like have lots and lots of fun and even be wild, to the point of maybe you can get completely drunk, say, but then on the next day, if you, or the other side of you is that you can be really kind of a respectable person who knows how to get things done, to focus on what needs to be done. It's like you have a very like a good balance within you as well, and they like that. They feel very secure around the fact that you're so steady, and they see you as a long-term partner with the Queen of Pentacles, someone they could have a family with, who's good with money as well. They want to talk about money with you, building up, buying a home together, making a long-term commitment. Let's pull one card from the Mirror Love Oracle deck for pile number 1. Okay, so we've got fun times at the base of the deck, and long distance. Sorry, fun times is the card pulled, and long distance at the base of the deck. So there could be some distance between you, although that wasn't indicated throughout the reading, really. Although there is this strength that's being, and this consistency. They may like the fact that maybe even if there is distance between you, or maybe there's not a lot of emotional romance and connection, it's very practical. I think that they see you as quite mature, quite grown up, like you know how to have fun, but you know how to kind of buckle down. They may feel that you're slightly detached, you're so strong that you don't need anyone, and like the emotional connection isn't really there per se. So I mean, in that sense, if that is the case and you really want to be this person, it's just a case of you reconnecting with your own emotions. If you get in touch with your own feelings, you're then able to kind of relate on that level. But whereas you're out of touch with your own feelings, if you are, like, sometimes I think as women as well, we're working, you've got all these things to do, you got, maybe if you've got children or a family, you've got this, if you've got parents, often it's the woman that's going to make sure the elderly parents or grandparents are okay. The woman in this day and age has a lot to do, so she may not always have that time to really check in with how she feels, and she has to put that aside. In this day and age, back in the day, roles and all those things were more clear, and you'd have the man doing the work outside of the home and the woman inside, and it was all very balanced. And or at least roles were kind of more designated, whereas now it's like really cloudy, which, you know, this is a completely different conversation, but ultimately it still fits, where maybe, you know, you could be one of those people that's always on the go, doing what needs to be done. You're not that much of a frills person. Like, you might not always do your hair in this most beautiful way. You might not always bother to really, you know, go and get your nails done, or go and get the massage, or treat yourself to that nice meal, or, you know, have a long bath instead of always having a shower, or, you know, delegating some of your roles. It may be that you need to kind of connect to that part of yourself as well, connect more about how you actually feel, because these two cards do talk about that, and this card does as well to an extent. So it's like, and then when fun times comes up, that just lets me know that, you know, this could be a message for you to have more fun as well, to kind of maybe let your hair down a little bit, connect more to how you feel. Okay, you're very good, you've balanced your life very well, and your partner really likes that about you, that you're, you know, you're disciplined, but at the same time you also know you need to have fun, you know. You need to let your hair down. And even the moon card here could also be the fact that you talk to your partner a lot about, I mean, it could also be that you say things to your partner and you think that you're saying one thing, but they're really hearing the underlying message. So you might say, yeah, I'm fine, but they know that something's up. They know in your tone, in the way that you've moved, you know, you might not really be that in touch with yourself, and you're very strong, and your partner likes that. Your partner actually is looking for someone that is quite emotionally strong, or is quite strong. And I don't think there's any problem to it, to be honest. In fact, they do want something long term with you because you're so reliable. You could be an earth sign, but there is this emotional distance and the advice of the fun times that maybe you need to also adhere to, especially with this being a Sagittarius card and talking about balancing the fun with the seriousness of work. All work and no play, you know, is not fun for anyone. So there could be that you might need to think about as well with this person, okay, if it resonates. Okay, so we're gonna move on to deck 2. Got the 4 of Swords for communication. Another Swords card, the Queen of Swords. Your communication, is it shocking? Pile number 2. And then we've got the 8 of Cups and the 5 of Cups. Okay, so it looks like your partner and you maybe have had some sort of difficult times recently, maybe some heartbreak, some sadness has been experienced between you two. They do miss you. I think with the 5 of Cups, there's a lot of regret about how things have gone in the past. They could also see you as well as someone who has overcome a lot or has dealt with a lot of loss. I think they're quite protective of you as well in that case. You know, they may even want to fight all your battles for you. So they definitely recognize that. They think you've got a very shapely body, that you've got this lovely hourglass figure. But again, I feel like possibly as well, like sex could be a bit of an escape to an extent, but also maybe a healing kind of thing as well. You know, where, you know, there is sexual healing. There's a whole song wrote about it, right? So I'm not far off, but it could be something like that, where, you know, the sexual act between you two kind of allows you to forget a lot of things. It is kind of a healing situation or a healing experience, I feel. If this is just someone who recognizes that, you know, you've had a lot of losses, Maybe they feel that, in the past as well, you've been taken advantage of as well. Maybe because you are quite attractive or look like very the quintessential kind of feminine, in terms of having a very kind of shapely hourglass figure. So then therefore, you're going to get a lot of people approaching you, and he doesn't always attract. Honey attracts flies as well as bees, right? So, or all sorts of bugs to it. So it's that kind of thing. Maybe you've just, it's not easy being good looking kind of situation. You attract all sorts. So there could be a bit of that happening here as well. Now, the conversation that's being had, or what they like about your communication, is that you're experiencing an epiphany. You are finally kind of getting to a point where you recognize what's not working and you're throwing that away, and you recognize what has to stay and you're keeping that. You're developing this sense of self-value, and you're kind of going through a clear out as well. You're clearing out things. This person likes the fact that you're clearing out. This person likes the fact that you have seen the light. You've had this epiphany moment. You realize what's not working. And you're throwing it out. So it's like you've actually finally kind of found your way, and you talk about it, and you put your money where your mouth is. You say what you mean what you say. You're very clear on what you think and why you think it, and you express that very clearly, regardless of society's opinions, friends' opinions, ex's opinions, anyone's opinions. It could be that you're just very upfront, even in a shocking way. You're not afraid of taboo or shocking people, and just saying what the truth is. Like, you're ready. It's like you're the kind of person that will call a lie out if you see it, and you'll also provide like backup information to that as well. You'll be like, well, no, that's wrong, and this is why. So how can you argue with that? And you're quite matter of fact about it, not emotional. I think that in the past you have been, I think, let down in some way by following these values and these rules. And now you're like, no, that was a lie. So, and it was hurting me. So I'm going to stop. And one of those rules could be, for instance, there's lots of memes going out right around at the moment about being a ride or die person, and how in actual fact it's, they actually found that the majority of women that were in American prisons, I don't know much about English prisons or around the world, but the study was on American prisons. They found that the majority of women that were in prison were actually in there because they had helped their boyfriend do something. And often they literally only maybe drove the car or gave them somewhere to stay or things like that. And, we're taught that we should be loyal and stick with our partners no matter what sometimes. But actually doing that can cause great damage when it all goes to court and you see maybe this person denying involvement, suddenly not caring about how much time you're going to get, more worried about themselves. And, that kind of situation, that's what I'm talking about, where you live to a certain value, but really it's just hurting you. And then you're left on your own, disappointed by the how things have turned out. And I think this person sees that either in, so I'm sitting everywhere, but I think this person sees that in you, like you're someone that's had a really tough time, being disappointed, put in a lot, and only to come out with a kind of a harsh truth that you know, that's not the way that it should be done in order to gain the happiness that you're looking for. That's not real love. Now you know what real love is, but it's made you hard. It's made you maybe even quite tough when it comes to love. You've learned lessons in love. And they see this, and I feel they want to protect you. They don't want, with the Queen of Swords and the Four of Swords, they want you to heal. They want to let you know that it's okay. They maybe want to let you know that they see the pain. They see you. They may even feel like they understand you. And they want to be that one that, you know, that gives you an opportunity just to take a break and to experience something more positive. This person may even pull back a little bit and not be too pushy with you, you know, because they just don't want to trigger you, or they don't want to just make you feel disempowered. You know, they know you've been through a lot and they want to speak about it. They want to let you know that they get it and that it was wrong, and they totally agree that that was not fair, you know. This person may even want to fight your battles for you as well in some way. You know, they want to be there for you, protect you. And you could even remind them of their mother. I'm getting that as well. They understand, you know. And yeah, this Eight of Cups keeps coming up to me. I think it's just talking about your body. I think they just like the fact that you're quite I think they find you attractive, most definitely. Your body is very, I think, soft and curvy, like I said. This does talk about journeys as well. I feel like, again, could be sexual healing or just that connection. Taking a journey. You know, of love with this person. But maybe through more sexual experiences or through the sexual act. Maybe even drinking. Maybe they like the fact that you can hold your drink as well. Yeah, they see you as mature and having gone through a lot of hurts. I mean, this could also be you with the Eight of Cups. You could be saying that you really want to take things slow. You don't want to get involved sexually. Like maybe that's just like something you're not interested in, because of your experiences, that you'd rather just take it really slow and get to know each other properly. And I think this person is willing to give you the time. They want to make sure you're okay. So then we've got gifts at the base of the deck and blonde females overall advice for you. Yeah, so the blonde female is someone who's let go of her concerns, someone who is healed. But the blonde female is someone who's never been hurt, to me, someone who's not been broken yet, you know, as Lady Gaga says. Someone who has never really experienced that dark night of the soul. And it could be that, because usually with the dark night of the soul, you go through that period, but then you should come out of it feeling kind of brand new, I guess, or feeling as if, you know, you no longer harbor those negative feelings towards those people or that situation that put you in that dark space in the first place. You're able to let it go, really forgive, move on, and not carry the burden around with you anymore. I think Spirit is saying to you, you're going to have to look at this as a young, innocent, young girl would, that, you know, not to carry the past into the future. So I think that your partner really sees you moving through this, and they see that when you talk, you know, when you talk, you're pretty much, you're very blunt. You know, they see all that. They understand it, and I think they're going to be patient with you with the Four of Swords here, But yeah, advice is to let it go if you can, because you know life is there for the taking and opportunities are here. So are you going to take them or not? Like, it's up to you, you know. But we've got a gift here as well at the base of the deck. So it looks like you will be receiving gifts. This person may want to give you gifts as well. Also, there's an energy here of understanding the importance of giving and receiving in the relationship and reciprocity for more advice. And ultimately to know that you are a gift, you know. You are a gift, recognizing your own worth as well. So yes, that's that reading. And then we're going to do pile number 3. Okay. So, what they really like about you is the Judgment card. They may like your openness, the fact that you don't hold grudges, that you move forward and always kind of maybe embrace the new, that you learn from your mistakes, that maybe you're pretty much an open book as well to a certain extent, very honest, but also quite a transformative person. You have a transformative energy about you. That's how they feel. They feel that you have that you're not ashamed of who you are as well. Like, you're not ashamed of who you are. Like, if you are, say, into some alternative lifestyle or something that's edgy or different or usually hidden, you may not feel the need to hide it. Like, you might not be that kind of person that has 2 lives. You may be just that, you know, you're about the life, you know. You could be like that, someone who's quite doesn't rely on the judgment of others to make decisions for yourself as well. You may also be quite judgmental of others that judge. So yeah, you could be someone that's like strongly opinionated. You have strong ideas about the world and how you fit into it and how you choose to express yourself, and you don't like to be censored, you know, and that you like change, you like renewal, you like the truth, you like that when the truth is spoken, how refreshing that is, how much more room for growth there is, you know. You're quite inspired by change. I think with change you see opportunity, and you're quite a transformative kind of person in yourself, as I've said. And I think they see all this, and this is what they like. So in terms of your body and what they're attracted to, we've got the 6 of Swords. So you could be quite slim, and maybe you like to swim, or you're quite active when it comes to like water sports. They may like that about you. But also your look might be quite nerd-like. Like, you might be quite like the scientist. They like your kind of the fact that maybe you wear glasses and you're quite intelligent. Again, strong opinions and judgments. Like, you're quite intelligent. And they like that about you, that you look intelligent, you know. or that you've got quite a slim look about you as well. Again, someone who doesn't carry a lot of burdens with them, someone who forgives easily, doesn't hold grudges, just likes to keep moving forward and look at the solutions to an issue rather than the problem. So you might be quite the person who you're like the game changer. You usher in change. You say it how it is. I don't think you like to see disharmony because of preconceived notions, prejudices, racism, bigotism, ageism. Like, you're just not really about any of those isms. Like, it is what it is. Like, if someone needs something, is going to do something, think something, is something. It's like I feel like you're like, well, if it's not hurting anyone, like you're that kind of person, like, well, why do we suppress these things? Like, you may even question them things like, well, why do you suppress them anyway? Shouldn't they be out in the open? That way they could be dealt with and then you can really judge them properly, you know. But yeah, I see you as maybe an Aquarius looking person. So an Aquarius looking person is quite tall, quite slim, doesn't look like, might have a bit of a nerdy look about them. Well, not really nerdy. I think nerdy can be quite cool. Okay, by the way, it's a look. And yeah, I've got a friend who looks just so much better looking when she puts her glasses on. Like, she's good looking anyway, but like when she puts her glasses on, it's a whole different demeanor. It's very attractive. So yeah, it's your demeanor they like, your intelligence as well. They like that. You could also be mixed race as well. Yeah, you actually that could be how you cause change as well, is that you're neither one color or the other. People are having to, like, you might get certain situations where you're you're neither black nor white, or you're neither this or the other, and that kind of brings people together. I'm just getting that as well. You're like this peace point. So with you, as your aura, you usher in this kind of peace energy, just being you. So in terms of how you speak, again, opinionated, feeling very proud of your opinions, on what you think, on your path, your individuality. You feel like you will fight to the death, maybe even as well here, or you would definitely will not back down once you've decided on something. Once you're excited about something and you're passionate about it, no one can tell you anything else. You don't care about what anyone else has to say, and your partner likes that about you. On a soul level, it's healing for your partner. It actually makes them not judge themselves. It makes them feel more free, in your company. And you talk in a very inspiring way. You may be like naturally a leader, like, well, definitely if you're quite opinionated and don't care for the judgments of others, I doubt you'll be following anyone. So yeah, you could be kind of like the more of a leadership type of person, or in a leadership role or something like that. Yeah, and you have your own opinions. And they like that because when you talk about it, you talk about it passionately and optimistically. You have strong opinions and they like that. And you're passionate about it. But at the same time, you seem to have a bit of fun with it too. So we've got the Three of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords for what they wish they could tell you. So the Three of Pentacles could be saying that they would like to get a word in edgeways, that they would like to, or they would like it for you and them to kind of both be passionate about the same things. They maybe wish, because it could also be that, you know, with you being so opinionated and having such a strong judgment call on things, that they feel that their needs aren't being met, or, you know, because you think you're always right kind of thing, they don't really get a chance to, they don't feel like they're heard. Even if they are wrong, you know, they may still feel like they would like to contribute. They would like to feel like they contribute more. They would like to feel more useful, you know, rather than just sitting back and watching it all happen. They'd like to maybe be a part of it somehow. So if some sort of joint project could be done, like maybe some sort of work project or something that you both believe in, that you both can get involved in, I think that they would really appreciate that. There's all sorts about money as well. So money could be an issue in terms of how money is contributed into the household or on dates and things like that. They may feel like they want to do more. And maybe you have a strong opinion where it's like, because I know a lot of, I mean, if you are meeting this description, then, you know, you may be really independent and not really want anyone to pay your way at all, because maybe you're worried about the stress and the imbalance that it causes, because in your mind you don't understand why you can't pay your own way. Whereas sometimes a guy just likes to pay, a guy just likes to be the hero, you know. They just like to be able to feel like they're making a difference in your life, I guess. So yeah, it could be something like that as well, but where you're both kind of on board, where this person feels like they're contributing. With the Eight of Swords, it will suggest this person sometimes is afraid to speak. They want to let you know that sometimes they're afraid to speak for fear maybe of an argument, or for fear of just rubbing you up the wrong way, causing an imbalance. You know, they don't know what the right or wrong thing. They may feel scared to speak sometimes because you're so opinionated, or so right all the time as well. They just may feel that, yeah, they don't really know what it is that you like. Maybe that they need you to kind of show them more in some way, what it is that you like, what you don't like. They want to know how they can do more, but they don't know how to ask you without it sounding like maybe like they're that they're stupid or incompetent or scared. So you're quite a strong, possibly even, I mean, I wouldn't really say domineering, but this is a very strong card, and the communication is very strong as well. So you could actually be quite, you know, small and slim, you know, but just the way that you come across is very tall and maybe a bit intimidating. This person with the Eight of Swords as well, although you might be a person that doesn't care about what people think or people say, this person may not really care, but still isn't as free as you are mentally. They're not as self-accepting, you know. They're not as free, and we've got freedom here as well. So again, this is a theme. I think freedom for you, I feel for you is your you know, you feel like it's your birthright, which it is, you know, but you feel like it's your birthright. It's, you know, it's something that you will fight to the death for, even if it's just freedom in how you think, you know, freedom in how you dress, freedom, don't try to tie me down kind of energy. I think that's what it is. And I think this person would like to kind of join in with that, with the Three of Coins here. They want to do that too. but they're scared too with the Eight of Swords here. They are concerned about what other people think. This person could be quite practical, quite grounded person, or maybe they're a Taurian, quite fixed, you know. Yeah. Yeah, it could be an Aquarius or Gemini. So we've got a gift here. Again, this giving and receiving could be relating again to the Three of Coins. Reciprocity is important. Spirit wants you to be aware of reciprocity, again, accepting or learning more about what it is that your partner does bring to the table and appreciating it. Even if it seems small, even if it seems unneeded, even if it doesn't make sense to you because of your own judgments and your opinions, Spirit's saying appreciate it. Appreciate it. And there's something good in it, even if you don't initially see it. There could be something good to it. Okay, I'm actually going to read from the book for gifts just to make sure that we're getting the message over nice and clearly. Sorry about this. Okay, I just found it. Okay, so it says presents, gifts, special touches, roses, tokens of romance and desire, hearts and flowers. There are gifts in store for you through the generosity of your partner or through wisdom and awareness. The gifts can be either material or gifts for your soul purpose and growth. So I feel this man or this person, if it's a woman, is trying to court you, but you're not making it easy. You like your freedom. Maybe you don't really want to be tied down right now. That's the honest truth of it. Maybe you're not aware of that, but if you're resisting this, it's because you just want your freedom. You enjoy the gifts, you enjoy the attention, but the actual committing to someone is tricky. And I think this person's having a bit of trouble actually getting you to commit. They want you guys to kind of lay this foundation in the relationship, but you're like, yeah, but I've got this to do and that to do, and I wanted to do this, and I want my freedom. I don't want anything holding me back. I don't know what you're gonna do. Hope you enjoyed the reading anyway. I love you all, and I'll see you soon. All right, bye. If I can find the button. There we go.